Hi there, this is Tana, and in this video I would like to explore with you ways to get to yes. If you ever struggle getting someone to say yes, whether you asking for a favor or something in the household that needs to be done or something in the workplace that needs to be done, and one of your coworkers or people who work for you need to do something, you want them to do something, how do you get to yes, and how do you get to a wholehearted yes, where the person that you're asking of is doing what you're asking them to do wholeheartedly, they don't hate you for it, and it's a win-win. It's good for them, it's good for you, it's an ethical yes. Do you, when you ask, do you expect, do you have an expectation that the other person will say yes? Or are you making the assumption that they will say no, even before you place a request? So it's something for you to reflect on and to notice, to check with your gut feeling. How do you feel before you even place the request? And what is the difference between a request and a demand? And what is the difference between a thoughtful request or a polite request, or a passive aggressive request or outright aggressive request or demand? So let's say you're asking someone to move over on the sofa to make space for you so you can sit next to them. A request, simple request is, would you move over? A polite request, would you move over, please? Or if you're in Canada, you would start with, excuse me, would you move over, please? And if you want to add the why, would you move over, please? I'd like to sit next to you. I missed you. I would like to have a chat with you. It's been so long. A demand is different than a request. A request allows for a no. A demand is my way or the highway. So the demand, I'm asking you to move over. Or if it's a demand with a timeline, move over now. That's a directive, move over. Or directive and aggressive, move the fuck over. An invitation would be, I encourage you to move over, or you are welcome to move over. And so I posted this on Facebook, and I got more brilliant ideas from people who wrote in comments. For example, would you be willing to move over and allow me to sit beside you? Or somebody very empathetic and sensitive. How would you feel if you moved over? How would you feel if you moved over? Somebody else goes the indirect way. It's an indirect or covert request. Mind if I sit beside you? And the same person adds what she does with the children, the blaming and the shaming in the fun and playful way, which is not a request, but families use it. Do you have to take up so much space? Or is there room for one more bum there? In the familiar setting, if you're in an informal setting with intimate friends or with a loved one, then you can ask non-verbally. Somebody was suggesting nudge their leg and indicate with a gaze. So you can make the gesture with a hand or with a gaze and without words. Or depending on the culture. So I lived in a culture where it's very normal for people to say lovingly and playfully, move. That's it. No please, no thank you. Move. And people do. It's culturally accepted. Somebody who uses humor, sarcasm, I thought this was a sofa and not an armchair, so I'm assuming there's space for one more person. Move! Let's see if this gets you to a yes. Let's see if this gets you to a friendly yes. Another creative one. Would you like to move over or shall I sit on your lap? Oh, that's, by the way, the double binder, the manipulative double binder. This is, you're familiar from politicians and from salespeople. So, would you like to move over right now or in 5 minutes? Right. So somebody else who uses the English expression budge up. Hey, budge up. So that's very informal with people that you're familiar and intimate with. So I hope this helps and gives you some ideas. And I'll see you soon. Have fun.